pink.
Oh look, it's Chatlet.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up, Stace?
It isn't
What's
the
up, Stacy?
Stacionator. How are you today, friend? Welcome to the gamer
Yeah.
pad.
Yeah.
Smash these.
I love that meme so much, bro. That clip lives in my fucking head like rent free forever.
So peaceful out here.
What's in that chest? Open that chest, champ.
Of course. That gives me XP. Good now. Oh, me, huh?
Do you cook stuff or no?
Well, of course I do, just not very often. I could cook things more often.
Bro.
Wait! Oh my god, I'm trying to get you guys please.
Oh my god.
Fervence.
Oh,
Fervence.
so yes, go question. Yes, yeah.
Really does
We're
not
gonna do a Cobra High, not Cobra High, Cobra
Cobra
Kai
High.
like opinion polling, bro. We gotta do an opinion polling at some point.
We need
We're gonna
more
do
people
polling.
to watch it. People been slacking.
Yeah, all of our friends who watch it, we're gonna run a poll, bro. It's gonna be like a 20-question poll. Mikey, if you give whack answers, even though it's a poll, you can fail.
Yeah.
I have good opinions.
I don't know. You be coming to some weird ass opinions, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Why is
Like
that-
you like
What,
Miyata
like
from
what?
Hajime no Ippo
So?
and Itagaki.
They're beast!
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You be liking weird characters.
Wow, you think it's weird to like Miyata and Itagaki?
Yes,
I'm
unironic.
weird?
That's just
Brose.
bizarre.
Brose. Itagaki is wildly popular. You're tripping, champ.
Hey, look, I don't deny that they're wildly popular. I'm saying the reasoning is just bizarre, bro. Like, yeah, I don't see how people like Itagaki, right? When Itagaki does like a bunch of this shit that we don't like other characters for, bro.
Like what?
Okay, you remember how Brian, okay, he doesn't do this to the same extent. But you remember the whole reason why the
If you talk about Brian
Japanese
Hawk,
crowd...
I think Brian Hawk is really cool if you're talking about how he fights in a lot of ways. So I don't know, I might agree.
Oh my god, you like sexual harasser Brian Hawk
No,
style.
in here, the way he fights. The way he fights. I specifically said that.
Yeah, you got him. You got him.
No,
How?
Bro, you got
I
caught in 4K.
specifically-
You got caught in 4K,
Nah,
Mikey.
nah,
Damn.
nah. I
Oh.
specifically,
You said,
I knew y'all were gonna.
Hawk's
No, I knew you guys were gonna meme me like that. That's why I specifically said the way he fights. I like Brian Hawk.
Okay, Vegeta, we get it. We get it.
'Cause I knew y'all niggas were gonna meme me. But I think he fights really cool. So if you're gonna make like draw a comparison between like their fighting styles or things they do in the ring,
No,
like,
not even that. I was gonna
yeah.
say, all right. Obviously, Itagaki doesn't do this to the same extent, right? It's just how like he does things that like remind me a little bit of like Brian Hawk. Like he's just like weird, but like, okay, here's a really big one, right? So you know how like a big reason people didn't fuck with Brian Hawk was because he's being really weird towards Japanese
Oh
women.
my god.
Yeah, he was being really rapey, really sexually aggressive, and just like kind of violent in general towards the men, sexually violent towards the women, or at least like sexually aggressive towards.
No,
the
he wasn't rapey at all. He was being like, he was like sexually harassing the shit out of Mari. But I wouldn't say rapey. Like,
Okay, maybe
no,
I'm
it's implied
tripping, but I specifically remember him.
all the women he had come over to him literally all came to his bedroom, like at the hotel.
Well, yeah, that's true. I just remember a scene. I could be wrong, but I remember a scene. I think it was Mari where he did that little like weird tongue thing. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
where
he
was
did.
like
Yeah,
fucking
he did.
looking. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah, he was like, because she was about to ask him some shit. Because you remember, Fuji. I think Fuji's the name of the fucking like reporter. Fuji-san was just like, damn, I want to ask, but like, you know, I don't know. Like, it seems like he's just not responding to the press. And the Mari's like, I'll do it. And then she gets in and tries asking a question. He was like, I know what you really want. My hotel room is like 83B. And I was like, oh my god, bro.
Cringe.
But like, I don't know. Like, look, Itagaki doing some weird shit, bro. Like up front, like, in fact, he might be creepier than Brian Hawk. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, his weird obsession with Kumi, bro. Which, by the way, like,
Oh,
at the very
okay,
least,
fine.
Brian Hawk was. No, the Kumi shit is just bizarre, especially the reason behind why. Like yeah, I just respect Ippo-san so much that I need to take Kumi like from him. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And that put it to like this. That is I feel like one of the most cringe parts of Itagaki's character. Okay, the Kumi shit is very cringe. Okay, I agree, it's cringe.
Demon Gaki, like, yo, what the fuck, dog? Yeah, that's just, I don't even know what to say about that, bro. And what makes it even creepier is he's friends with Mashiba, bro. Like, imagine if you had a friend who was
and then your little,
fiending,
then his little,
like,
and then you're like
fiending
little,
over your
like,
family member all fucking creepily and shit as a way to like feel superior to his like superior. Like, that's bizarre.
Really cringe. I know it's cringe. I agree. It's
Isn't he friends? No, he's friends with Kumi too. She don't even know this. Like, he's just creepy, dude. Like, I'm sorry, this is just like bizarre.
It's weird. It's very weird. Okay, it's very weird. Yeah, I mean, but it's fuck it. It's extremely fucking weird. I try to look past this, similar to like.
It's such a weird thing. It's like there's not even an excuse for it. I don't even know why it happened. It's one of the weirder parts of Morikawa's writing.
I don't know. It's like when they fucking sexually harass and like abuse Ippo. Yeah, I mean, I just look past it. Okay, I just.
But like, hold on, the shit that happens at that, like, yeah, the main two who harass the shit out of him are Aoki and then fucking and Takamura.
I think Aoki, Kimura, and Takamura. Yeah, I mean, but like also like.
Does Kimura really contribute? Does Kimura really contribute during this?
He does. He laughs. Yeah. He laughs all the time with the memes, and he held Ippo one time while Takamura.
You're right. No. Yeah, high key has been established. They're all pieces of shit. Whereas Itagaki's supposed to be like established as a good guy. That's my only thing, right? Like, literally, like, what did they? Okay, this obviously is making it. In fact, this might make it worse. Like, on part of Morikawa. Like, Morikawa's a sicko, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I like Ippo, but he's fucking sick in the head. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, we agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just lost my head.
He has a little weird. He definitely gets a little weird.
No, bro, they're like...
George...
I can only wonder what happens at his boxing gym. That's all I'm gonna say. I can only wonder what happens at his boxing gym,
yeah,
bro.
right? Because George be a little fucking weird, dog. Yo.
Like, that shit happens way too often for me to think, like, like, yeah, like, George Morikawa, yeah, he ain't doing shit like, nah, bro, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. But it could be low-key sad. What if Morikawa thinks he's the Ippo of the story? No, that could be really sad, bro.
Yeah, what if Ippo is like his like just in a way his self-insert, like his boxing experience. What if like he sees himself in Ippo? Oh my god, yeah, that'd be kind of fucking sad. What if he was like the victim of this shit? And like, oh man, no.
Oh my god, like, you know what?
Be careful, that thing will like spark the ground around you and you'll.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is this: like, Itagaki, he's a weirdo, bro, and they try to establish him as the good guy way too many times. He's just bizarre.
Okay, I think that actually, never mind. I think that's reasonable. I think that's way more reasonable than I thought.
Like, it's the same reason I don't really get too mad about the fact that like, Sawamura.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's the reason I don't get too mad about the fact that Sawamura fucking hit Kumi, because it's like, well, yeah, he's like a piece of shit. He's
a piece of shit, and that's how he's framed.
Like, no,
yeah, like that's he's framed like he's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, but like Itagaki gets framed as like the good boy, like a good guy. I mean, the likable nice boy. Yeah, I mean.
And then he's just fiending, bro.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay. Your left tower is under attack. An ally has left the game.
How did they die so fast?
Holy fuck! Did the water kill them?
Yeah.
I think so.
Why were they hanging out by the water then?
Kind of stupid.
This is your last stand.
Yo, tell me why I told Mikey and them a story from high school last night, Misk, and these fucking assholes sat here and were trying to play me as though they had some fucking, like, they had some
Come
revelation.
on.
You guys are literally not funny, by the way. That shit was actually
Come
corny.
on.
Like, no, y'all made some like, okay, maybe not you in particular, but Dio was posting corny memes. It was like a pic.
Oh,
It was
that-
him or Infamous, these cornballs, bro. It was like a picture of light with like a penny on a chessboard. I'm like, that literally isn't even
The
funny.
memes,
That doesn't
yeah.
make
Yeah, I
sense.
saw those
The
memes.
memes,
That
That's
doesn't
bro,
even
baby.
make sense, bro.
Your left tower is under attack.
I saw those memes this morning.
That shit was
Oh my
literally not
God.
funny, bro. Stop this shit. This is what I'm saying, Mike. You gotta stop hyping them up, bro. Let them know they're not funny, because they be seeing it and thinking they're built different afterwards.
What are
God damn, bro. You tell an unfunny person they're funny one time, and you get infamous.
Oh my god.
Sometimes
Leave
Infamous is
alone.
funny. What do you mean?
Infamous is
Sometimes.
almost never funny, bro. Almost
He's like,
literally never.
he's like funny most of the time.
No, he is not. Stop the cat, bro.
With a cat.
Look, between I know you're on stream, but you don't have to lie, bro.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
You won't get clipped. You won't get clipped, bro.
I'm not lying.
promise.
He gets a few chuckles
You won't
out
get
of me.
clipped, bro.
He gets a few chuckles out of me. What do you mean?
Don't lie, bro. Don't lie, bro.
Oh my god.
That was
Yeah,
a really
this is
good
not
story though.
funny.
He's
Savam's a
not
god.
here. You don't have to pretend. It's like,
Oh, he's not here? Alright, yeah, that dude's not funny. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's funny. He's funny
True.
sometimes.
Yeah.
He's funny like sometimes.
Alright, I'm gonna clip you on that now.
Yeah,
I'm
clip
gonna
me on
clip
that.
on you. I'm gonna
Alright,
clip you.
clip on you.
Flipperino.
Clipped. Yeah, but what are you saying, Mikey?
Your middle tower is under
I was
attack.
saying Shavam's a fucking beast, bro.
Dude. I wonder whatever happened to that kid, because I never saw him after freshman. I don't know if he moved or something.
Just stood right there and got your stamina back, champ.
Mikey, this like little fucking like Indian or like Sri Lankan kid really beat up this fat white boy. Yo, fuck Walter, bro. Fuck Walter out of my life.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yo.
Throw on PTS?
Poor
Your left
Walter.
tower is under attack.
No, he's a bitch, dude. I'm so glad he got beat up that time.
Got smoked
Like-
by fucking Brian.
Yeah, Brendan's little brother. Yo, get fucked, bro. Get fucked.
Ah, no.
Yo, that was high-key hilarious, by the way. Because later that day, we were actually supposed to go to an indoor amusement park, and he got beat up. So he didn't come with us, and so we went anyways, bro. Hell yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
Fucked up.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that guy, bro.
It was a bad
We were
day
cool
for
after
Walter.
the fact, but yeah, that was so funny, bro. He got mad when I brought it up, so I stopped bringing it up. But that shit was hilarious. I remember when I brought that shit up, like later in the, or I guess it wasn't even later in the year. It was like next year, right? Because this happened in like fall semester.
Your left
Yeah, I remember
tower
sometime early next year, he got fucking mad because I mentioned it to like, I forgot who I mentioned it to a new person before, bro. I mentioned it to a new person.
Stop! That's
What?
fucked up. You never mention a nigga getting beat up to a new nigga who comes around post ass whooping, bro. You know that's fucked up. That's cold, nigga. You know that's fucked up.
I don't give a
That's-
fuck, bro.
You,
Like, high key,
you were
bro, this
trying to
shit's
play him
funny.
with that one, bro. That time, you can't act like
And
you were trying
okay,
to
and
play
what
him.
if I was, bro? And what if I was?
Okay,
Like, it don't matter.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You were definitely trying to play him that time.
It is low key fucked up, especially because I don't remember the person's name. If they even like told me their name, I just remember there was some new person who was hanging around that friend group, and when I saw them after school one time hanging around like this fucking one apartment place. Yeah, I was like, because I was about to walk out, I was like, hey, what's up, y'all? And then I see this one dude, and he's talking with Walter or whatever. And so I was talking with them, and then like, at one point, like, he's joking around, and he was like, yeah, Walter's strong as shit. I was like, no, he ain't. Ask Brian. I was like, no, he ain't. Ask Brian.
No, he's
And he's
not.
like, what you mean? He's like, she needed like one.
No.
Walter got, he didn't say anything when I mentioned it, because I basically, like, explained the story and said, oh, like, he got dropped, like, or some shit like that. Yeah, he got so mad at me, like, on Facebook, bro. Like, he, like, Facebook messengered me. I was just like, you know, man, I really don't
blame him.
appreciate
I would have
that.
been so
I
fucking
really don't
salty.
appreciate that. Like,
I'd have been so fucking salty if I get my ass whooped and then some nigga who was there, and then some nigga who was there like, yo, this nigga not strong, ask homie. Ask homie
yo,
about
is
this
that
nigga.
shit not funny though? Is that shit not funny? Cause high key, I had that group laughing. Is that shit not funny though? Cause I had that group laughing.
It's funny, but I would have been fucking salty, bro. I'd have been so fucking salty.
Bro, but this shit's funny, bro. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. Like, we all know it happened, other than the new person. Like, it don't matter. Like, we
Exactly. That's why you don't bring it up.
Oh my god! I thought they were
Kill
gonna
him,
be
bro.
part
He's
of
the
the
one making
friend
the
group,
square.
bro. I thought they were gonna be part of the friend
That
group.
nigga right
How is
there,
this,
him right there. He's the one making the fucking fire circle. Kill him.
bro? I think they're gonna be a part of the friend group. Is it not
All the way
needful
there.
for them to kind of know the lore? You know what I mean?
Understandable.
Would you agree with that, Mikey, or no?
No, that nigga don't need no
Shut the
shit. Get out of the fire, dog. You're literally getting hurt. Don't fight them in the grass. Fight them in the dirt. The grass catches on fire.
The whole story.
Is she playing Genshin too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
Nice.
Yeah, I told them. So we were telling stories last night about intricate shit. Oh, I was asleep. I didn't even tell you, by the way, that
What?
I didn't even tell you that part of. So you remember how I told you he said he did all sorts of training and shit
Yeah.
in his Japanese or Korean martial art, or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro.
Whatever it was called.
Yeah, he said he like part of that was like, I guess it wasn't like a huge explanation or anything. But this is the part of the story that I was identifying as like, there's no way that shit happened. He said he had been practicing this Korean Japanese death martial art since he was like 6, and he was trained to
Holy shit.
kill or some crazy shit like that. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, literally be quiet, bro.
So you don't
Be
believe
fucking
me?
quiet.
You don't believe
Bet
me?
you can't take this penny out of my hand, nigga.
Yeah, oh my god. Miss, Mikey and I think they're so fucking funny, okay? Because you gotta keep in mind,
Yeah.
we're in high school, right?
On my way.
And there was this annoying kid named Walter who just always acted like he was built different. He was just annoying as shit sometimes. He would jump into conversations, no one asked him to, try and correct people all the time. Like, this big 200-pound, 5 foot, like 10 kid trying to like just be kind of a cunt for no reason, bro. Like, just fucking, like, he's just an asshole sometimes, you know? And like, he'll be asking people like if they misuse a quote unquote misuse a word, like what's the definition for that word? It's like, oh my god, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And he was just being an asshole, bro. He was the kind of kid to bring up politics for no fucking reason. He's just a cunt. Okay?
Okay.
And like I don't know, bro. That kid pissed me off. He's just like
is he or is he not Dimitri?
No, he's not Dimitri. Well, actually, I don't know. Okay, well, hear the story a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the whole thing, cause like, yeah, Mikey's gonna sit here and try and cackle, and I already went over a 30-minute explanation of the stupid ass story. But basically, like, we're talking, and my friend Martin and I do like martial arts and shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've done boxing and wrestling, and this is freshman year, so I'm like doing wrestling now. And then we're talking about martial arts, and he's done like judo, and he's doing wrestling now. And then like Martin's from Bulgaria, so like they had to fight to eat their potatoes, right? Like they're always on the verge of a famine. And then like, you know, I'm a minority in America, right? So like, you know, I gotta get my work in. You know how it is. So, anyways, you know, we're talking about this shit, and we're talking about like how good wrestling is, and like we're like, you know. Or he's like, you know, like wrestling's cool, but like, obviously wrestling isn't like fighting. Like I think there's like obviously a difference. I think wrestling like isn't complete. I'm like, yeah, like obviously like, you know, wrestling isn't gonna teach you how to box or anything. Like you should, like, you obviously for like a proper understanding of fighting have like coverage over every area, not just like your ability to like create like top control, top position, and like have a sense of like bodily. Where like I was like, yeah, like we agree. And then Walter, for no reason, we're not even talking to this fucking idiot, bro. We're not even talking to this guy. All right, Walter was just like, yeah, wrestling is not real fighting.
Oh wow.
Like it's just, it's just like there's a difference between
real life, he real life told Trinity he wasn't shit, bro. He's like, yo.
I literally wasn't even saying that. That's the shit that makes me mad, bro. Because I felt like he was trying to like correct me. I got the impression he was trying to correct me. Literally when I just said that same thing, fucking like a minute earlier, bro. After because this was like a 5-minute conversation. For 5 minutes, bro, we have been saying this, and I have this fucking like this fucking big Neanderthal say this stupid shit to me, and I'm just like, Walter, how would you know? And he's like, what do you mean how would I? I'm like, how the fuck would you know, Walter? Like, yeah, like you're look at you, like how the fuck would you know? And so he tries to, well, actually, me is like, well,
I make it if you die.
Shut. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. I was gonna say my game. I swear to God, if you hype this guy up one more time, and that's the shit that annoyed me last night, because they're trying to hype up this fucking loser, bro. Like that's what makes the ending of the story so satisfying. I'm trying to hype up this fucking loser, bro.
Yeah,
and so,
don't listen to Trinity, dog. You was getting beasted on.
No, I literally wasn't. Anyways, yeah, hilarious, brother, hilarious. Anyways, so essentially, yeah, so essentially he's like, well, actually, I do know how to fight. And I'm like, how do you know how to fight, Walter? How the fuck do you know how to fight? He's like, I practice, and he said some fucking like name, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck he just said. Like, he said some shit, and I was like, what even is that? He's like, it's like I heard if he said it was like a Japanese or Korean martial art. He says some shit that I can't even remember how to pronounce. Okay. And so I'm like, this is not a kung fu movie. Like, yo, you are not. Like, I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
Walter's crazy, son.
I'm just like, Walter, you're bullshitting, bro. I'm like, this is not legit. Like, I'm basically telling him like he don't know how to fight and shit. And then he's like, what? Do you want me to show you? And I'm like, what? You trying to fight? And he was like, no, we don't need to do all that. And I'm like, oh, so then what do you mean, right? Yeah. And then like, yeah, he tries to. He's like, he asked me something. He was like, I think
comes in.
Shut the fuck up, dude. It was like, he like pulls out a penny. I swear to God, this is the stupidest shit. Don't act like Mikey's in the right. I just want to like, I want to disclose right now.
Yo, this nigga's just mad he ain't passed the test, bro.
Literally, shut the fuck up. Like, I wasn't even trying, okay? I was on. Yo, I know it sounds fucked up, but I swear to God, I was not trying, bro. Like, I swear to God, I was not trying. But hold on, this
bro, you hear this shit?
I swear to God, I wasn't trying, bro. Walter pulls out a penny. Walter pulls out a penny, bro. Walter pulls out a penny. He puts it in his palm. He puts his hand out, palm up, but his hand isn't extended very far. It's like close to his waist. And he like, so we're standing, right? Because he's asking me to like stand up. And like, we're looking kind of dumb in the cafeteria, right? But it doesn't really matter. I don't really give a fuck. I've said before, I don't really care about like social expectations like that for the most part. So like, he's like, here, take it. And so I like reach my hand out a little bit, and then he pulls it back, and I'm like, oh my God, are we really doing this? We look dumb, dude. And so like, I'm like, dude, put your hand out, and then I like reach my hand slowly again, and then he like pulls it back, and I'm like, dog, like I just like he literally has it right next to his waist, and like I'm not about to grab it with because okay, so I want to describe, so you're gonna see my fucking like, you're gonna see that I literally was limited, right? We have a big ass circular table, all right. Now, he has the fucking, he has the thing, he has the he's like sitting at the like edge of this, well it's not an edge, right, because it's a fucking circle, but he's sitting closer to the end of this table, right, and I'm like a few degrees to the other side. So like if we were to describe it in terms of a clock, I'm at 12 p.m. and he's at 3 p.m. okay, and I'm expected to, because my fucking you know, like I grab shit with my left hand, like I'm like probably quicker with my left hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm expected to like reach over and grab a fucking penny out of his hand. Well, it's literally, like, his hand is literally right next to his waist, and I can't use my rear hand, because if I do, I wanna like fucking potentially fall over the table or bump into the table, which will either stop me or cause me to trip and shit.
Bro,
So
you
I have
hear
to
all
use.
these fucking excuses?
Shut the
Bro.
fuck up! Oh my fucking god, bro. Yo, anyways, so I'm using my left side, which is like facing, or rather leading, excuse me. I'm using my lead side, which in this case would be my left hand, to try and grab the penny from his rear side, which is his right side. So I would literally have to reach over his big ass fucking stomach and grab the penny. And then I'm like, okay, just put your fucking hand out. And then like, you know, I reach in to grab it. I'm not exactly like moving super fast. I'm not trying really hard. I wasn't painting or anything afterwards. But I try and grab it, and I'm not gonna lie, he got me. I was not able to grab it. Like I was not able to fucking grab the penny because it was literally by his fucking waist. Like, you know what was I supposed to do?
After you was trying to play
Shut
him
the
and
fuck
shit.
up, bro. Shut the fuck up. And so we sit down, and then he looks all smug, and then he is just like, well,
Oh my god!
I was right, wasn't I? Like,
Well,
I showed you, like, and I'm just
what
like,
I tell you,
dog,
what I tell
shut
you.
the fuck, stop it. I'm literally not even gonna use those words anymore because you guys trying to make it into a meme. And his exact words were, if you want to know, like, just for his exact words, didn't I tell you? And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Walter. Like, you're a bum, bro. Like, you're a bum. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And so I'm
He's
like, I'm just
bro,
annoyed.
he's like, shit, a fight? Nigga, you couldn't take this penny out of my fucking hand.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Many faces.
And so, like, I'm just like, I don't even care, right? Because this isn't Hajime no Ippo. I'm not trying to grab leaves out of a tree. Like, this is not that big of a deal to me. Like, I'm very convinced I could kill Walter and his dad at the same time. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. So, like, obviously, we're still talking. And so I'm asking Walter, like, what kind of training do you do? And then he starts saying different types of training. He says something like hand training. I'm like, what's hand training? He goes, and he pauses, and he goes, you don't know what hand training is? And I'm like, no. And he was like, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what are you, like, just tell me what you were describing. What the fuck is hand training? And like, I swear to God, this is actually, I'm gonna Google this shit right now, bro. This is how I know he's bullshitting. Hold on. There is no way, like, there's something extra. Hold on, I wanna Google it real quick. Mikey, there is literally no such thing as fucking hand training.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what he means by that shit.
No, I think it actually might be it. No, it might actually be a thing. No, wait, hold on a second. No.
Yes.
No, hold on. It might,
yes.
you know what? I don't even give a fuck. I can still kill him.
Yo, this nigga dubbed his Trini. Like,
Shut the fuck
how
up.
many years in the
And so-
future?
You're hilarious, bro. Anyways, yeah, so like I'm asking him like what he even means by hand training. He's like, have you heard of Wolf's Law? And I'm like,
Wolf's Law. What the heck?
oh, like, what the fuck is Wolf's Law?
Oh, that's what the Yantra Wolfang Fist gift was about.
Wolf's Law.
I have
Oh
Wolfang.
my God. He said,
Wolf's Law, my
I
God.
swear to God, I swear to God, he was making this shit up on the spot. I never like looked this shit up because I'm not a fucking idiot, right? And I'm not gullible.
I mean,
But he's like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, you got decked by a
Yeah.
head trick, dude.
I literally fucking didn't even try, bro.
No wonder you can't
Anyways,
take the penny, bro. You don't even
Stop.
know about Wolf's Law.
Mikey, I'm gonna show Caesar how to do it. I'm gonna get Caesar to do that to y'all. Like, I'm gonna get Fingerprint's fat ass to do that to y'all.
That'd be
Y'all
cool.
gonna talk
That'd
differently.
be actually that would be that'd be cool. That'd be a
It's
cool
harder
move.
than you
We'll do it.
think. No, I'm gonna replicate the circumstance. When you can't take a fingerprint from Fingerprint, bro, I'm gonna get on your ass so bad, bro. That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. So, fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he's like, you don't know what Wolf's Law is? And then he was basically saying that, like, it's where you create microfractures across the hand bones in order for, like, the bones to heal and then for your bones to be strong. And I'm just thinking, like, this is not X-Men Origins Wolverine. What is he talking about? And so I'm like, okay, Walter, like, I guess.
An ally has been slain.
And then I'm like, you know, Walter, if you're such a good fighter, like, you know, like, wouldn't you rather, like, fight? And then he was like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, would you just prefer to, like, fight so we can, like, decide it? And he was like, well, what do you mean by fighting? Because to me, I don't mean just grappling. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking? He's like, I don't mean that we're just gonna, like, wrestle. And I was like, yeah, but, like, Walter, I'm not even saying, like, let's just, like, wrestle or whatever. Although we could wrestle, I feel like that might be a good, like, determination or whatever. And then Walter's stupid fat ass goes, I mean, I don't know. Do you really want to do that? And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, like, I'd be perfectly willing to do that. And then, like, I'm like, what grappling experience do you have, Walter? And he was like, ask Martin. And Martin, keep in mind, is someone who's been doing fucking judo since he was like 9 or 10 or whatever, and is like this big ass fucking Bulgarian kid, right? From like straight from Eastern Europe, mind you. Like, he's like, he actually knows how to, like, fight and shit, and especially grapple. And he was one of our starters on our wrestling team. He was very good at wrestling too. And so I look at Martin and I'm like, well, and he's like, yeah, he's a good grappler.
Yeah.
And so now I'm looking fucking dumb, right? Like, I'm looking like I'm going against the grain and I don't know what's up. Like, I'm the one social anywhere. Well, I know for a fact this shit is stupid, bro. I know that for a fucking fact. I know in my life he's bullshitting, right? Like, you know what? Everyone acts like you're crazy, but you know for a fact you're right. This is one of those situations. And so we're still talking or whatever, and I'm just like, well, Walter, like, you know, if you're so good at grappling, like, we can grapple. And he was like, I mean, like, how would that really tell you anything about my fighting? Like, maybe you might win the grappling, but that's not fighting. And I was like, well, like, I mean, so, like, that's that's something though. And he was like, yeah, but it sounds like you don't want to actually, like, you know, it sounds like you don't actually want to, like, deal with fighting, like, because you're a wrestler. And I'm like, Walter, I literally know how to box. Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, in boxing, can you kick? And I'm like, no. And he was like, so how is that fighting? And, like, you don't know how to fight. And I'm like, I'm so taken aback, because I could kill him, bro. Like, I know for a fact I could literally fucking kill him. And I'm just like, what are you talking about, Walter? Like, I know for a fact I can beat, like, I know I could beat your ass. And he was like, well, if it's a fight, like, you're saying you want to fight me? And I was like, yeah, like, we could see about it. We could see about it. And he was like, you realize that if you want to fight with me, that's not going to be just, like, hand to hand. And I'm like, what? And he was like, you think that fighting is limited to your hands? Oh my god. Like, trying to talk like I'm a fucking idiot. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, do you not know what stick fighting is? Knife fighting? Do you not know about gunfighting? And I'm like, Walter, I'm just saying I could, like, beat you up, bro. Like, I don't know why you're talking about guns. Like, this isn't Columbine. Like, I don't know why you're talking about that shit. Right? Like, I'm so confused at this point. Because this fucking fat bitch is acting finicky with me. and is talking about how like he's basically implying he would shoot me to death like if we ever got into a fight. I'm just like, yo, I hate this guy so much, bro. Like, this is just so fucking stupid. I actually hate this so much. And then like low key, like even though nobody really said anything for the most part, I could just feel that our table was on his side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he literally has no, like, yo, fuck Martin, by the way. Fuck Martin for that stuff still. But, like, he pretty much has no, like fucking, like, video evidence of him ever fighting. And nobody actually seen him fight or anything, except apparently Martin, you know? Which, like, Martin's credible, but it's like, Martin just, like, you know, fuck Martin, bro. Like, Martin made him sound legitimate. High-key, fuck Martin. And so I'm mad about this shit. And he basically was like trying to like play me off like I got bitched.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how you're done,
essentially like is like, yeah, well, I'm glad we had this chit chat today or some shit. And like while we're leaving, and so we finished the conversation. I'm just like, God damn, bro.
Retreat. Enemy
I hate
incoming
this
from
guy.
lay
I
low.
truly hate this guy. You know?
Yeah.
And like, you know, I'm thinking like I was thinking like maybe the fucking Wolf's Law shit might segue to like playing Bloody Knuckles or something. Oh, that's another thing. Yo, oh my god, this is the worst part. This is the like weirdest shit ever missed. I swear to God. And Mikey and them acted like this made me look stupid when it literally didn't. Like, I guarantee. Yo, fuck Walter, bro. Seriously, holy fuck. Like, I actually hate that guy so fucking much sometimes, bro. Like, he didn't do shit recently, but I just actually hate that guy sometimes, retrospectively. Yo, when he started talking about Wolf's Law and shit, I asked him like, oh, you want to like play Bloody Knuckles or something? Because I'm undefeated at the game. I am so good at Bloody Knuckles, bro. I'm basically pro. Like, I've never lost a game of Bloody Knuckles in my life, no matter who I've played with, ever. I swear to God, you could not find a person who could beat me in Bloody Knuckles, bro. I promise to God. But, anyways, yeah. Like, I thought we were gonna play Bloody Knuckles at one point, and this fat bitch, yo, this stupid fat bitch really, like, you know, he's like, no, that's not enough. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, I'll show you. And I'm like, I'm confused, right? And then he like karate straight punches the fucking table, which like it was like the fucking like I don't know how to describe it. It's like the thin end of the table, you know, like the not the part holding up the table, but like the actual edge of the table.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
You know,
about.
the shit that's 2 inches like thick. He punches that shit and then he is like, look at this. And I'm like, what? He's like, you see how my hand's not shaking? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, just
That's that
stupid
wolf's claw,
shit.
right? That's that wolf's claw.
Like acting like he's on my ass, bro. Like, it's just stupid shit. But anyways, 2 days later, because I'm still low-key salty about this. Like, everyone's trying to act like he got on my ass or whatever. Because the next day, like, we don't see Walter because we had a block schedule.
Yeah.
But everyone's like low-key acting like Walter's a beast and shit. And like, yo, I'm just like, man, Walter's whack. And they're like, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, he did do the petty thing, and he did punch the table, and his hand didn't shake. Like, I know if I punched the table, my hand would definitely hurt.
hand would be shaking.
Man, I'm just like,
An enemy has
like
been
I felt
slain.
like I was getting pranked, but I swear to God they were being serious. So unless I just have like a lack of cognitive empathy, bro, like they were being dead serious, and I'm just so like I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. But I fiend a little bit, bro. I fiend a little bit. Okay? Cause I'm a god. You know, I'm built different. And because Martin thought he was slick, I didn't forget about that, right? Because Martin wanted to participate, right? Martin wanted to say he was a good grappler. The next day at wrestling practice, I'm asking all our friends. I'm like, yo, y'all know that fat kid Walter, that fat bitch? You know, the fucking, like, that weird kid?
Yeah.
And, like, they're all like, oh, yeah, we know Walter. Like, cause apparently everyone on our wrestling team just knew Walter for some reason. And no, Mikey, ha ha ha, you're so funny, he beat the wrestling anyways. Yo, like, a lot of the people just knew him
Walter?
for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
that kid was huge,
Yeah,
dude.
shut the fucking. No, they literally didn't say that. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, apparently he beat up Martin, right? And then everyone was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, apparently he beat up Martin. And we start clowning on Martin, and Martin gets fucking mad. He was like, Stefan, what the fuck are you talking about? That literally never fucking happened. I was like, didn't you say that shit yesterday? He was like, I never fucking said that ever. When the fuck did I say, when did I say Walter beat me up? When did I say Walter even fucking hurt me? When did I ever say that? And he's like screaming at me and shit, like, and I'm just like, I was like, didn't you say he was a good grappler? And he was like, yes, what the fuck does that have to do with him beating me up? And I'm like, well, okay, so what do you mean by that then? He is just like, all I fucking said was that he was a good grappler. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but what did you mean by it? He is like, I meant that for someone who has literally no fucking grappling background, he is good at grappling. That is all. I didn't fucking say he could even touch me. I would kill Walter. I would actually fucking hurt him. I could leave him to, like, he fucking spazzed out because our wrestling team for like an hour, like, was just picking on him. Like, he's so mad, bro. And you gotta just keep in mind, Walter's like a fucking weird kid that, like, low-key, like, people were friends with, but we would, like, know he was just kind of clownish.
Yeah.
And then fucking, like, Martin's supposed to be considered, like, a scary person at the school because he's big as shit, and he does martial arts, and he's Bulgarian, and he's, like, I don't know. He, like, lifts, like, a lot of weights and stuff. He's supposed to be a beast. And so, like, telling everyone he got beat up by this fat kid named Walter, like, this pissed him off. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck up Walter tomorrow. You're gonna see. I'll fuck Walter up tomorrow. You're gonna see, bro. You're gonna see. Like, you guys think this is fun? I'll fuck Walter up as soon as I see him. I promise. And I'm like, oh my.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh
Why
my,
are you
yeah.
doing this to Walter, bro?
Bro,
Stop.
fuck Walter. I don't go with this shit, bro. I can live with that. But anyways, yeah, we pop up the next fucking day, okay?
Yeah.
And now, so because we had the block schedule, we're all there. We're all at the lunch table. This is the whole gang, minus like one person nobody gave a fuck about on the fucking B days. So there's an A day, and we're sitting there, and when Walter pulls up to the lunch table, like Mars said, essentially, like, he was like, Walter, you know I could literally fucking kill you, right? And Walter's like, what? And then, like, Amar's just like, you know, I could literally fucking, like, kill you. Like, do you understand that I could beat you up? You know that you never beat me in a fight, right?
Yeah.
You understand that. And Walter thought he was the slickest man on the block. He thought he was a pimp named Slickback, bro. Because he went, you know, Martin, I don't think I could beat you in a fight. I think you're one of the few people who can beat me. And then Martin calms the fuck down, okay?
Yeah.
Martin calms the fuck down because Walter agrees, but Walter also plays it off like, oh yeah, one of the toughest kids at school is like the only person who can beat me because he has Eastern European fucking training and he's like a Bulgarian fucking 240. Like, he's just playing it off like literally the only person at this fucking lunch table and possibly the entirety of that fucking high school that can even so much as like touch him. Is possibly the scariest person at the fucking school. It's just cringe, dude. Like, he's just a fucking lame, you know? I still don't even know why they're friends.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really relevant, but fuck Walter, high key. But anyways, like, I'm upset again, right? Because I was like, damn, like, shit was about to pop off. Like, I was high key hoping that Walter was gonna get his ass beat. That didn't pan out, right? And so, you know, I'm asking everyone, like, at one point, because we have like, I mean, like, we technically had two tables, but we would just always pull the chairs in from the second table to like the first table. But like, you know, we're all talking and shit, and I'm just like, do y'all really think Walter can fight? And I didn't give a fuck that Walter was there. Like, what's he gonna do to me, right? Like, he ain't gonna do shit. I'm like, do y'all really think Walter can fight? Like, do you guys actually, like, do you guys truly believe this shit? And then everybody agrees that Walter's about that life, except for me, and then this skinny, like, Indian or Sri Lankan kid, whose name I'm pretty sure is Shivam,
Here.
who's like a weird fucking like nerd that's not even really friends with like anybody in the group except Brandon, And that's just because they both liked fucking what the fuck did they like? They liked some shit. What was it? It was like some fucking like video. It was like Dota or something. They were both friends because of the fucking video game Dota, right? And so Shivam agrees with me, right? And he's like, I don't think Walter can fight. And I'm like, damn. Why you think that? Like, high-key, I'm hyped now. I'm like, now I got the spill. Yeah, I'm like, damn, this isn't an army of one situation. I got something, bro. Well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna find something. I just wanted to know that I wasn't fucking crazy, bro. And so, Shavam's fucking tiny. Keep in mind, I just want to again emphasize the difference between these two. Shavam is like a 5'1", 110-pound kid, and Walter was a big fucking kahuna, bro. He's like 200 pounds and like 5'9", 5'10". Like, he's just fucking fat, alright? He's got that fucking infamous fingerprint type build. He's got the fucking like Goro from Mortal Kombat build, but like after like a long week of lasagna. You understand?
Yeah.
And so this fat bitch just sits there and hears Shivam out, and Shivam's just like, I mean, just look at him, like, he just doesn't look like he can fight. And then like Walter's like, trust me, I can fight. And then Shivam's like, yeah. Shivam's just like, yeah, you can. And he was like, yeah, I'll show you. And then like Walter's trying to get the fucking penny, and I was like, oh my god, if Shivam gets killed by this penny trick, I swear to God, bro. Like, but Shavam's a beast, bro. Shivam has the fucking Mangekyo Sharingan, bro. He killed one of his fingers. He has the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, bro. He reads that shit.
Hold on.
And he just goes, I'm not about to take a penny trick. Who cares? Like, yo, how about like, why don't we just go find the fucking school bathroom? And then Walter's like, nah, trust me, I don't want to do that to you. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm like suggesting this shit, Shivam and I are basically cooperatively suggesting they go find the bathroom. And Walter's playing out, he's like, yeah,
well,
no, I don't want to. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think that would be really fucked up if I did that to you. And then like nobody is like seeing this as an obvious way of like him trying to get out of the situation,
No more
right?
playing nice. Excellent.
And then fucking like Shivam is like, yeah, like honestly that'd probably be like a better idea, but like I don't know what you think you're gonna do to me. Like, you can totally like, I mean, if you could beat me up so badly, I guess it's not gonna be an issue. And he was like, it's about the fact that I could beat you up so easily. And I was like, wait, Walter, didn't you and Martin say you were a good grappler? Can't you just physically restrain him easily? And he was like, look, that wouldn't really be fighting, would it? I don't want to fight him because trust me when I say that it's not something that I like to do. And I'm like, I'm just annoyed, right? Like, I'm just so annoyed at this shit talking ass motherfucker, bro, acting like he's tough as fuck. And so, so basically after a certain point, we do eventually get Walter to agree to do it. And I'm gonna give Walter his credit because we decided we were gonna go to a bathroom in an empty hallway, right? That the fucking like the faculty never checked for some reason. And the like kids was smoking and shit. Yeah. So we decided to go into this bathroom. Because like worst case scenario, if like someone did catch us in there, we could just run out the back doors and then like we just leave the school. Which I mean I've done before, right? And so like we're cutting class. And it's just so we can like see them fight. And so the plan was there's a 5-minute period for you to like make it to class. And then there's another 5 minutes that people usually use as a grace period to get to class after the bell rings. And so after that 10-minute mark, pretty much everyone should be gone. And so anyone who was walking in the bathroom would probably just be like one person and probably a student trying to either A, cut or trying to like B, actually use the restroom. We could just tell them to get the fuck out, right? And so it didn't really matter to us. And so we all hop over there. But like I said, I'll give Walter his credit. He was there before literally everybody else. You know, he was just waiting.
Yeah.
And then he's like trying to be like, you know, he's trying to beast on me a little. He's like, look,
They can't
just
handle
don't say I
us.
didn't tell you. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm just so annoyed by this shit at this point. And I'm praying to God that Siobhan beats up, because I can't,
God damn it.
So
bro, like,
much
I
for
can't beat up
laying
Walter,
low.
okay? Because if I beat up Walter after he explicitly asked me not to, like, I'm just a bully, right? Like,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be mad at me. And so I can't really do shit. But, fucking Shivam, on the other hand, like, nobody's gonna be like, yeah, Walter is getting bullied by Shivam. Because Shavam's a tiny fucking kid.
Yeah.
And so we're waiting after that 10-minute mark, and Shivam doesn't show up. So 5 minutes goes by, and we're like, where the fuck is Shivam? 10 minutes goes by, where the fuck is Shivam? 15 minutes goes by, bro, where is Shivam? Like, yo, dude, I guess we gotta do. And like, Walter again is just playing the like, I mean, I can't exactly blame him. What did I tell you? Like, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe Shivam is about to make me look fucking dumb, bro. Like, Walter's about to really get my ass this time, bro. Like, I'm about to look really fucking
They're
dumb.
killing us out here.
And then, like, you know, we're not planning on going anywhere, because it's like, you know, we're not really planning on going anywhere, because it's not like we're gonna go do shit anyways. Like, we planned very spontaneously to go do shit. Like, I guess we could have, like, went to someone's house, like, but, like, they were just gonna smoke or something. I probably would have dipped out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at this shit. Look at this shit. My man Shivam. Yo, Mikey. Mikey, is Shivam not a gangster for this? You gotta agree Shivam's a gangster for this. Shivam finally comes in. We're like, where the fuck have you been, bro? Like, you used to be here a while ago. Shivam's like, oh, my bad. I wanted to go put my belongings. I wanted to go put my belongings in my classroom because we're like freshmen, so this is how we know Shivam's a fucking nerd. Like, Shivam's like, yeah, I wanted to go put my belongings in my pre-calc classroom because I didn't want to get in trouble, but then we were having a fucking quiz, so I had to take it. But yeah, I just finished my quiz and I put my belongings and asked to use the restroom. But I can't be here too long. I have to go back because we're learning about, like, derivatives or something.
Revenge.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Like, I'm gonna beat you up and then I'm gonna go learn about this next shit.
Yeah, like, yeah, Shivam was confident, and then he was like, yeah, and then he just, like, looks at Walter, and he was like, yeah, you ready? Like, you ready? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Shivam's a gangster, bro. Like, yeah, regardless, like, I felt like, prior to that, regardless of whether he got beat up, I have respect for Shivam.
Yeah.
That man is a gangster, bro. Pure, certified gangster.
So wait, did Shavar get beat
He
up?
was... Listen, no, listen, this shit's hilarious. So anyways, fucking Walter and like it's Walter's just like,
An
look,
ally
I
has
think we
been
should
slain.
we should set a time limit. And I'm like, a time limit? Like, why? And he was like, I don't want to do anything to that. And or some shit like that. I'm just like, shut the fuck. Like, what are you talking about? And then he like, and I swear to God, like, this happens. And I can't believe we entertained this. Or I entertained it purely because I just wanted to see, like, Walter potentially get beat up by someone way smaller than him. But then he's like, and also, I'm gonna need you, Shivam, to agree on camera that you consent.
On camera that you consent to the ass whooping that is about to occur.
Yeah, and so, like, Shivam's like, what the fuck, no? And he's like, then I can't do it because
Then you
I don't
can't
want to
fight,
be
sorry, dude.
held legally liable. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
boy.
oh my god. Yeah, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, just do it, Shivam,
when your
please,
neck
bro.
gets snapped, I don't want to be held legally liable, dude.
And then he gets Shivam to agree to like 20, like 50 things. And then Walter like also agrees on here. He was like, I will only use exclusively hand-to-hand fighting. No stick fighting, no gun fighting, no knife. Now I'm just like, dude, this is clown shit. Like, I hope this guy gets literally killed. Like, like, this is clown shit. And then he's getting Shivam to agree that, like, if his arm gets broken he cannot be held legally liable if like
Your team has destroyed
if
a
like
middle
he
tower.
if he decides he's allowed to use gi techniques, he's allowed to use chokeholds, he's allowed to use joint locks, and I'm just like, oh my god, bro, can we just get over this? Like, I just have to make sure. Dude, this is not scaring Siobhan. I was getting annoyed, but like, yo, Brandon and Kay are such lames. That's how you know they play like League of Legends and shit, bro. They're such lames. I hate them sometimes. They were like,
Oh
dude, are you sure, Siobhan? No, they were like, Siobhan, like, yeah, no, you think I'm kidding, but they were like, Siobhan, dude, you don't have to do this. Like, Stefan doesn't really care about your well-being, man, but we do. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Yes, they actually played this stupid fucking card, bro. But anyways, we finally get them to get everything on camera, off of fucking Martin's camera, and then Shabam Shabam is like ready, and Walter like gets us to agree to like a 1 minute time limit, and then I'm just cringed out. I'm like, oh my god, bro. And so like, basically, as soon as we start the clock, we're just like, all right, go, like. Shavam was surprised, like, in spite of him being smaller, I could have sworn to God that he seemed way less agile, surprisingly, because he's like fucking, he seems like low-key kind of flat-footed,
Yeah.
and then Walter's bouncing around like a fat Muhammad Ali, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to look fucking dumb, bro. I like, cause like for 15 seconds, they don't really do nothing. They're like putting their hands out, like, I don't know what they were doing, but they were from, I guess they were measuring distance, I don't know, but I was just like, oh my god, I'm about to look fucking dumb, bro, aren't I? And then like, cause keep in mind, Shavam's back is closer to the wall, right? He's close to a wall.
And double my paycheck.
Walter like lunges in and grabs like Shavam, and then like Shavam like is like trying to get away. He grabs Shavam's shirt and like throws fucking Shavam's tiny ass into a wall, like repeatedly, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna look fucking dumb, bro. Like, I'm about to, cause he's slamming this 110-pound kid into the wall repeatedly, bro. It was the funniest shit I think I've ever seen, high key. Like, this shit was so funny, cause like, I could have sworn he would not have grabbed Shavam if like Shavam didn't have his shirt on, bro. Cause like, I know for a fact that like the moment he tried to grab Shavam was already like exiting out enough to the point that if like Walter had grabbed him, Walter would have had to follow up with some like good wrestling, which I doubt he could do. But because he grabbed onto his shirt, he grabbed a fistful of shirt, and because like Shavam's so much lighter, right?
Yeah.
Like Walter is like nearly fucking double his weight. Like he just like pulls him into the wall repeatedly, and he's just slamming Shavam's like back into the wall and shit. And then he's like holding onto his shirt. And he's just he's like pushing him hard into the wall repeatedly, and it's making like loud ass noises. I'm surprised no like faculty came in or whatever, but it's making loud ass fucking noises, bro. And like, it just sounds like fucking like Shavam's getting dogged, and then he's like pulling his shirt, and then like he's pulling his shirt down like how do I describe it? Like, you know if you put your like torso forward and you pull some, it's like when someone like pulls someone's shirt and starts to pull it off a little bit, you can like push their head down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he's doing that shit, and he's starting to like knee Shavam in the fucking head, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, I look fucking stupid. I can't believe I'm gonna look fucking stupid. But Shavam's a gangster, bro. Shavam survives, you know, after just getting like brutally beat up for like 20-ish seconds, right? Cause like, yo, Walter was surprisingly fast. I will say, like, I'll say a lot of shit all the time. He was surprisingly more athletic than I would have thought. But he's like kneeing him and shit, and then fucking and then as soon as like Shavam's shirt gets pulled off, like Walter doesn't really have anything to grab onto except for maybe his pants, right? But like obviously like Walter, I don't think is gonna be like dumb enough to try and like pull his pants, right? Or at least I don't maybe he would have. I don't know. But either way, he doesn't try and pull his pants or anything. And now like Siobhan doesn't have his shirt on, so even though Siobhan's back was like literally to the wall, like he manages to like get his back off the wall, get away from Walter, and then he just like, cause like he's smaller than Walter, so his hands are a lot faster. He like low-key just hits Walter a few fucking times, bro. And Walter seemed fine, but I don't give a fuck, bro. He hit Walter like 5 times, bro. He hit Walter like 5 times in like 2 or 3 seconds. Like he was peppering his dumbass. And then Walter's big ass, like, cause he doesn't have a shirt to grab onto now, is like, I guess he was like desperate. I want to say he was desperate, but like Infamous last night tried to play and was just like, nah, bro, Walter did this because he was going. I don't care about this shit. Anyways, Walter like is still trying to grab onto Siobhan, but like I said, Siobhan is literally like basically gone behind Walter and has forced Walter to like turn around, and so like Walter's back is the one facing the wall, and Siobhan's back is like off facing the wall, and so he's trying to grab Siobhan, but eventually he basically wraps like, cause like Siobhan's skinny as fuck, bro. Like he's not like skinny like as in like he has muscles or anything, bro. He ain't got muscles. Like he's skinny fat.
We will
But
have our revenge.
Walter's like big hand, like his fat meaty paw was enough to grab around like the lower end of like Siobhan's torso or around like his fucking waist, and he like manages to like clutch him. But like Siobhan's still trying to like get him out, and so Walter is like trying not to let go and tries to throw him like into something, right, to keep him from like getting out of there. Cause right, like it's like I don't know, like Siobhan's probably faster. So I think he probably knew that and isn't trying to like get beat up. So he fucking slams Siobhan into a bathroom fucking stall door and then breaks 2 of the hinges on the door. That just starts like leaning diagonally, right?
Yeah.
And then
Like I say,
and then Siobhan's trying not to fucking like fall into the fucking like stall,
teammate down.
and is like putting his like fucking like he's grabbing like the walls around the stall,
you're right.
and then he's like trying to pull himself out. And then I don't know how this happened, because like we made sure the floors were clean and everything, so nobody would slip or whatever. Like we literally like we wiped them down with paper towels and shit, and then we like opened the fucking like janitor's closet and just used a mop. But we do this shit, and Walter somehow slips. I don't know how he slipped, but he slips while like Siobhan's getting out of the fucking the bathroom stall, and so Walter is like on his hands and knees, and then Siobhan just kicks him in the fucking head. Like he like soccer kicks the shit out of Walter, and then like there are only a few seconds left, so Walter like grabs one of his fucking ankles and is just holding on for dear fucking life. And then we're like, okay, stop. That was a minute. Like obviously I'm talking shit now because I don't like Walter, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck about Walter. I'm like, damn, Siobhan really fucked you up. Like it's crazy, bro. But then everyone acted like I was crazy, being like, nah, man, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I mean, do you see what he's doing to him against those walls? And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. He literally just got kicked in the head.
The fight ended with Walter on his knees getting kicked in the head.
Like I don't know how that was a W for him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, okay, so this is how Walter coped, okay, miss? Tell me if this sounds legitimate to you.
missing.
He goes,
Yes.
yeah,
Enemy
well,
missing
for
right.
one, I slipped. And then for 2,
Cancel that.
I was not even trying. You guys wanted me to so badly show what I could do against Siobhan. And I'm not gonna lie, Siobhan's a tough customer. But I was going easy on him. Do you think I really wanted to hurt Siobhan? Like, if I really wanted to hurt Siobhan, you don't think that I would have thrown a punch? Or I would have thrown a kick? Do you see how much bigger I am than Siobhan? I could have ended that if I just decided to throw
You have slain an enemy.
my hands or throw some kicks, but I decided to do neither. So what does that say? That says that in spite of everything that Siobhan did, in spite of me slipping,
Lay low.
I easily was winning. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, Mike, I'm not crazy, right? There's literally no, like, you can't say that, right? Like, that's not a good point. Am I right or am I
That's,
right?
it's a terrible point. It's a terrible point,
Okay.
especially because
Infamous
he
tried to
was-
defend that shit last night. I cringed,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I was not with Infamous on that. I was not with Infamous on that. He was like, yeah, dude threw strikes. Yeah, I mean, like kneed him in the head quite a few times. Yeah, I mean, after he was already, oh yeah, put it like this: he was winning the fight. Yeah, I mean, slamming him into the wall and shit, and then while winning the fight,
That don't
decided to,
count,
like,
though. He was literally using his shirt. That's
Yeah.
bitch shit, dude.
I agree.
Well,
And I don't
But
wanna-
Well,
but while,
this
but
is
what?
like
Listen,
a street
hold on.
fight
I just want
right
to say,
here.
while he was winning
I
the
know,
fight,
but
he
it's still, like,
decided to.
dishonorable, bro.
While he was winning the fight, he decided to like knee him in the head. So I don't get this whole I was going easy on him. God, you were winning the fight and then fucking kneed him in the head a couple times. Like, let's calm down.
Ward the fire giant.
Bro, he said the knees weren't hard. He said some shit like the knees weren't hard knees. Those were just to keep him in place. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what that means, bro.
You need him in the head to keep him in place?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Enemy missing left.
Yeah, this nigga Walter's
On
different.
my way.
I'm like, that makes sense.
Oh my god, bro. But look, the funniest shit was when fucking Walter sat here, bro. And he's just
Can't
like,
handle us.
Your middle tower.
not a weird thing to say. I got him down a great gi technique.
It may have been a t-shirt, but the move that I applied was actually a jujitsu technique that was specifically meant for gi. I just repurposed it for this particular situation because I am an experienced practitioner. This isn't something I recommend for beginners. I don't. If you don't understand, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I know gi techniques can apply to like clothing you're wearing, right? Like you could probably, if someone has like a fucking type of, like if someone has like a windbreaker jacket, you could probably use a gi choke on them. I get that. I'm just saying that like it's just fucking dumb to act like, yeah bro, you guys are great that I was allowed to use gi techniques. That's why I had to use a shirt to even do anything. Like
okay,
shut
wait,
the
no,
fuck
this
up.
is
That's just
different.
dumb.
I'm small, so I have to do that, but he's big. Y'all are strong. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's not even about me or him being strong. It's about him being 90 pounds heavier and then only doing anything in the fight because he was clinging onto his fucking t-shirt for dear
Yeah,
life.
that's stupid. I forgot about their side.
Retreat.
And he literally pulled it over his head at one point, bro,
On
and
my
was like
way.
kneeing him in the head. Like, I just don't want to hear it. Like, that's just
They're
silly.
killing us out here.
But anyways,
Middle tower is under
like I tease him and shit, but like I end up like
destroyed.
not hanging out with that friend group because of some beef we had.
They're
So we don't
all
talk
after
for
me
like a year.
now.
And then I become friends with one of them. I became friends with a few of them. And so I started talking to Walter again
We will
junior
have
year
our revenge.
because at one point
Double
I'm like,
kill.
I'm friends with the friend group
Now
after like a
that
2-year
was
process. And
chaos.
I'm like, they apologized to me and shit about some shit.
Tower has been
Because
destroyed.
basically to keep that story short, I got fucking mad because they made fun of a disabled girl. And so I fucking freaked out on them for that shit.
Your
And they were
middle
like,
Phoenix has been
yeah,
destroyed.
I don't even know why you would do that, dude. I don't even know why you would like, I don't know why you would say such awful stuff to us. And I'm like,
Your Titan
because you were making fun of a disabled girl. Like, what the fuck is
I
wrong
thought
with you?
I
pussy
thought
ass
we were
fucking loser?
friends. You would really
Yeah.
say such awful stuff to us over a joke.
Bro, because one of my friend's dad, like, Brandon's dad was like getting a divorce or some shit. And like, I made fun of his dad for getting the divorce. I was like, yeah, you want to talk shit about people's lives? You want to talk shit about
Your
people?
family's
So let's talk about
broken.
your fucking divorcee dad, about how your mom left your fucking dad for a man in Mexico. How do you feel about that?
Damn.
How do you feel about that? You pussy ass fucking loser. And he was like, you're gonna bring up personal information because I made a joke. Like, if you wanted me to stop, you could have just said that I shouldn't say it. You could have talked to me, but you want to bring up my dad.
Okay,
You're
your
fucked
mother
up, dude.
fucking left you, you fucking loser. Shut up.
Like, I tolerate a lot of shit from them, but I just didn't like that shit. So, anyways, like,
No, I feel you.
Brandon.
I don't like that shit at
Yeah.
all.
Well, Brandon a year later would just randomly out of the blue, like we were in a fucking math class together, but Brandon like and I just didn't say anything to each other, but randomly he would just like add me on Facebook or something, and then he'd just be like, "Hey man, I just wanted to say like, and maybe I didn't say it properly last time. I thought you were right in that situation. That was very uncalled for of me. Like, I was just sensitive because I thought we were friends, and I thought that, like, if I said something stupid, you would just tell me rather than, like, get mad at me. Because, like, I thought you know that I'm not trying to be, like, a piece of shit. Like, you know, I do stupid stuff sometimes, but I didn't really mean anything by it. And I did apologize to that girl. And, like, you know, I've always respected you, man. That's why my feelings are so hurt. It was a rough time, but I understand that you were rightful in the situation. He was cool about it, right? I thought that was legitimate, so we were friends afterwards.
Double my paycheck.
And then, oh, by the way, Mike, you know how I said that Martin was trying to act like a gangster, bro?
Yeah. Big G on campus, Martin.
Bro, this is the same Martin, by the way. Yeah, big gangster fucking Martin, by the way. Who that same time, because he was like, keep in mind, he's a part of the same friend group. He got mad because I went off on his dumbass too, talking about like his Bulgarian fucking immigrant family. He got mad about it. He was like, yeah, man, you talk so much fucking shit. Yeah, I think you say that shit because you haven't got beat the fuck up. So what are you gonna do if like someone beats you? I was like, Martin, we can go outside, we can go to the parking lot right now. I will beat you the fuck up. Shut your stupid ass up, you dumb motherfucker. And he's like, I'm not even trying to fight with you, man. You know what? My family has come to this country, and I'm not gonna jeopardize my family for a piece of shit. Like, yeah, I was like, man, you're a bitch. Shut the fuck up. You just act tough because you think you're fucking cool. You're a fucking loser, dude. Be quiet. Don't ever talk to me like that again. And so, like, I started hanging out with them for a while, but obviously they all apologized. Martin just, like, they basically just all explained to me they understood what they did was wrong, but, like, you know, they always trusted me to like have their backs in the sense of like I would just criticize them and explain why what they did was wrong rather than get mad at them, because they would have just like agreed if like I just explained it because like they trusted me. I was like, yeah, I guess I can kind of get that. Is that fair, Mikey? What do you think?
No, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they weren't even like presently mad about it. They were just saying that's how they felt at the time, but they understood why I reacted the way I did. So I was like, yeah. I mean, it sounds at least very legitimate.
Retreat.
Yeah, that sounds fair, dude.
Yeah, and it's actually funny now because like they're all actually really good people now. So I'm very proud of them, bro. They've definitely come a long way.
This was
Really awesome.
Even Walter's fat ass, bro.
2 kills means
But
2 rewards.
because I'm friends with them again,
So much
I would
for
ask
laying low.
Martin
So
at one
much for
point.
laying
I'd be like,
low.
yeah, whatever happened to
Go
that
ahead
Walter
and
guy?
Double my paycheck.
And so he's like, oh, Walter, like, Walter actually, this is at the very beginning of school, mind you. He was like, oh, Walter, like, we still talk to him or whatever, blah, 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 but, like, the friend group really wasn't around. We don't know whatever happened to Shabam, blah, 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 blah. This person's really hanging out with their friend group, this person really hanging out, this person moved. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And, essentially, we all started hanging out again. And then eventually I meet Brandon's little brother. And I swear to God I didn't know this, bro. I swear I didn't know this until like sometime later. But originally I didn't even know this. So Brandon's little brother, Brian, well, I mean, we call him his little brother, but this is definitely a bad description.
Yeah.
Because, like, Brandon's little brother is way bigger than him. Brandon's, like, fucking, like, 5'8", 100. Well, Brandon works as, I think he's, like, 160 now. Like, 160, 170. He's, like, kind of muscular, actually. But back in the day, he was, like, a fucking, like, 140-pound, like, 5'8" kid. Right? He was built like Caesar. And I guess he had a little brother who was just coming into high school. So we're juniors at this point, right? And his brother was a freshman. His brother was coming into high school like 6 feet tall, 6'1", and his kid's been playing sports his whole life. And he's not like his oh, I want to be clear about this, Mike. I don't know if I mentioned last time. He's not like his like brother in the biological sense. Like I think they're half brothers. I'm pretty sure. Right?
Yeah.
Or like stepbrothers or whatever. Because Brandon's dad found a new girlfriend. They got married and then like they became brothers. But anyways, all that shit happens, and Brandon ends up like introducing me because one time while I was talking with Brandon on the phone, right? Because he would randomly just call me. Like sometimes he'd like call me and say, hey man, what's up? I just had a question. Like, you know, I've been thinking about X, Y, and Z. Like, do you got an opinion on that? Like, we just have random conversations like that. That's part of why we were such good friends. But you know, his little brother hears me one time because I'm like joking about something. I guess he had me on speaker, and his brother was just saying some shit like, "Who is that? That guy's funny." And so his brother like would eventually like start like talking with me or whatever. And so like I became friends with his brother. Like his brother would come hang out with us sometimes whenever like I'd hang out with Brandon. And so we hung out on the regular. And so like, well, I saw Walter at like certain hangouts. It never occurred to me that like there was like this big beef between Walter and Brian, Brandon's little brother. But they'd eventually tell me at some point like, yeah, they have a beef. And like from what I understand, the beef was like, it was some shit like, I guess like Brandon's little brother was being rude, which like beef. Yo, Brandon's little brother was being fucking rude. Cause like, yo, he's a good kid, but he's a fucking asshole sometimes for no reason. He was even rude to his brother, like for no reason, bro. Like Mike, you gotta understand. Literally one time I heard him walk into his brother's room, like, cause you remember he had me on like speaker and shit. I just remember he walked into his like brother's room one time and I was just like, Brandon, why are you calling with like so many fucking guys, bro? Didn't you Brandon, didn't you literally say you were gonna get a girlfriend this year? Like, what are you doing? Like, he would just be like,
why is he on his ass, bro?
He just be so mean sometimes. Really, he's just an asshole. And I guess like a big mafia Walter didn't like that when they like met at some point over like a group chat. And then
because he said that because he said that to Brandon. Oh man.
No, not because of that. Because he got rude with fucking Walter specifically.
Oh.
He talked to that fat fucking loser Walter, bro.
I
don't even have a girlfriend.
Yes,
you're talking to Walter.
No. Okay. So there was like a fucking group chat we had, like a fucking Facebook group chat, okay?
Yeah.
And it had like 30 people in there, and that was people that we were either like directly friends with or tangentially friends with, right? So like a lot of them were friends of a friend. And Walter wouldn't really talk in there for the most part because he didn't really know people like that. He was a little weird. But one time he was typing some shit in like the chat, I guess. And then, like, Brandon's little brother just clowns him for no reason, just says some mean shit to him. He probably called him fat or something. From what I understand, it was, like, some insult about Walter. And because, literally, I don't know what he would have brought up other than, like, what Walter looks like, unless Walter said something weird in the chat. He probably was just making fun of Walter for, like, being, like, big or whatever. And then, like, apparently Walter tried to be, like, kind of respectful and, like, reconcile. It was just like, look, that's not cool, man. You shouldn't be disrespectful, and I really don't appreciate that. And then apparently Brandon's little brother responded by being like, literally nobody cares what you like. You're a fat fucking loser. Shut the fuck up, you fat bitch. Or something. Yeah, he's just really mean to him, bro. Like he's just a fucking asshole.
Whoops.
And then Walter is like, yeah, you like this isn't acceptable. And then like I guess Brandon's little brother was like, you know what? When I see you, I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. I was like, oh my god. So in the back of my head, it wasn't like an active thought of mine because I thought they would keep them away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the back of my head, I'm just like, oh okay, so probably don't get them around each other. So I swear to God, this isn't intentional. But Walter gets invited because we were planning on going to an indoor theme park over here, or an indoor amusement park over here, and I messaged Brandon's little brother, and he was asking what we were like up to, and I'm like, oh, we're cutting class, we're about to go to an indoor amusement park, you know? And he was like, oh, where? Why wasn't I invited? And I was like, yeah, I don't think they care. Yeah, you should come along. And so anyways, he dips out of class, right? He dips out of class. He's got to come with us.
Completed.
And then Brandon's little fucking brother, bro, pops up. And then Walter's there, but I don't really pay too much mind to it. And then I'm talking to Martin about some shit. And I see fucking Brandon's little brother walk past Martin, right? Walk behind Martin walk past him, and then the side of my eye, I just see Walter standing over there, and then like I don't know what exactly. Walter was just like, "Hey man, I don't," or some shit like that. And then Brandon's brother just starts swinging on him, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" And I'm gonna be honest. Okay, this part was intentional. I did not try and break it up, bro. Low key, because I was cool with Brandon's little brother, and I did not like Walter half the time. So I didn't try and break it up. Marin did try and break it up, but Walter was swinging with fucking like Brandon's little brother, and then gets fucking dropped. And I don't know how this happened, bro, but his fucking face was like gushing blood. Like I don't know how that happened. Because like, I swear to God, there's no way Brandon's little brother hits that hard, right? Like he and Brandon have gotten into fights before, so unless fucking Walter's made of paper mache, maybe he hit like the concrete a certain way or whatever. But anyways, they end up like getting them apart after Walter's big ass falls down, bro. And then Walter's like, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna head out. I'm not in the mood for this shit. Like with blood on his face and shit, trying to clean it up with a cloth. And then we go to the indoor amusement park, and they're all like, "Oh man, that was fucked up. That was fucked up, man. Like,
That was awesome.
Why'd you invite him?
Okay, there's another one.
You thought that you think it's the meme, Mikey? You think it's the meme? But tell me why I went and got strawberry ice cream after. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm just different, bro. Tell me why I actually got strawberry ice cream after the expensive ass indoor amusement. I'm just different, man. But anyways, cut forward a little bit, and we know for a fact to intentionally organize it. So like they literally never end up on the same place. Because apparently Brandon's little brother said to Brandon, like, yeah, I'm gonna do that every time. Like, I do not like that fat fucking piece of shit. Like, every time.
Oh,
and I remember, yeah, I don't know why he hated Walter so much. Whenever I'd ask him about it, he'd just go, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like him. I was like, okay, true. Like, I can feel that, I guess. But, yeah, I remember, I remember saying, he apparently did nothing. Like whenever I asked Brandon's little brother about that shit last year, he was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be on it," or like 2019 last year, excuse me. But yeah, no, Brandon's little brother apparently was like not even mad at anything he did. He was just mad that like Walter was like some type of way, I guess.
Set up an ambush.
Be right back. Be right back. Be right back.
I don't get it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. But either way. We like kept them apart and shit. I remember joking with Brandon's little brother. I was like, damn, bro, I know you knew how to fight. And then he said the thing that proves what I said at the beginning, where like was ranting about like I did a Japanese Korean martial art. I've been trained for death. I've been trained for gunfighting, stick fight. I'm basically militarily trained. Like all that shit. All that shit got disproven so fast. As soon as Brandon's 14-year-old little brother knocked him upside the fucking noggin, bro. Because when I was like, damn, bro, I didn't know you knew how to fight. He was like, I don't know how to fight. Walter just definitely doesn't know how to fight. Or some shit like that. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, yeah, Walter's a bitch. I've been known. And so anyways, flash forward a little bit. And this is the best part of the story, I think. Yeah, this is my redemption arc.
An enemy has
we had some fucking new kid in our group. I don't really know that person's name. Wasn't friends with me, but we're all hanging out at one point. And it's us and a couple of our friends at some shit. We're hanging out near an apartment home.
Oh, I didn't know
And
this.
he's joking about like, yeah, Walter's strong as fuck, bro. Like he's burly, and I was like. Yeah, I said some shit like, he ain't strong enough to hang with Brian. He ain't strong enough for Brian or some shit. And he was like, what were you talking about? And so I'm like, yo, you don't know? Oh my god, bro. Yo. Shut the fucking down. This is worth it, dude. This is worth it. This is like a few months later. I was like, Bro,
Your left tower is under attack.
he got into a fight with Brandon's little brother, Brian. You know Brian?
Enemy ultimate
And
down.
Brian hit him like twice. And then he was like bleeding all over, and he hit the concrete. We were scared. He had a concussion. He made him like go. It was bad, bro. Like we had to stop like Brian from hurting him, bro. It was fucked up.
Goodbye.
Like yeah. Oh my god. Like Brian, Brian's different, bro. I'm like yeah. There's a reason why you'll never see them in the same room, bro. Like Brian, Brian might do some shit to fucking Walter. Like we have to keep Brian off of Walter, bro.
Enemy missing left.
And
Enemy
off,
missing
boy.
left.
I had to do
And-
it.
man, fuck Walter. And we all started laughing at Walter. And later that night, Walter would just send me an angry text message like,
I thought we
or an
were
angry
friends.
Facebook message like, man, I don't really appreciate that. You know, I would literally never do that to you, and you would do that to me. Like, I just don't appreciate the disrespect. I feel like you've always been disrespectful. And I was just like, LOL. And I was, that's the end of the story.
Silence.
No one enemy missing middle. Yes.
Thoughts, Mikey? Good story or not?
Silence.
Be right back.
Pretty good story. That's a really
That's the
good
best
story.
one.
Hell yes, dude.
Silence.
Wait, Mikey, tell the mind wipe story, bro.
I'll gank.
Man.
Okay, Fervins, you're gonna say something, you want me to?
It's a trap. Your left
No, I was gonna say good job, because you asked if it was a good story.
Hope my brains find you.
Wait, Mikey. Mikey, bro. Tell the mind wipe story, the brainwash story.
So, in high school, in like freshman year, I had like a friend named
chase
Joseph.
the enemy.
Called him
Attack
Joe.
enemy missing
They
middle.
can't
He
handle
had
us.
this girlfriend who was like,
Silence.
she was pretty, but she was known to
I'm
be
the king of the
promiscuous,
copper.
to say the least. And well, they were going out for a while, and at one point,
You're not as weak
they
as
like
you
broke
look.
up, and she started dating some dude.
All I
Wait, cancel that.
That dude went to a
Wait,
different
cancel
school
that.
in the same building
Complete
as
it.
us.
Silence.
Now, there were like 3 schools in the building. Now, Joseph doesn't like that at all.
Wait.
Right?
Ward
Very
middle.
upset. He's gonna fight this guy.
Ready.
Right? I'm like, dude, why?
Okay.
Right? And then he's like, no, I'm gonna whoop his ass, bro, because he's trying to play me like that's my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get your fucking ass beat, dude.
Enemy ultimate
Yeah, I mean, he
incoming.
just calm down.
Thanks.
Right?
Goodbye.
They didn't want to listen to me.
Enemy
Right?
ultimate
I remember
down.
being in math
Enemy
class, sitting next to this
ultimate
nigga,
down.
right? And he's all, yeah, man, I'm gonna fuck him up, dog. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he shouldn't try me. Then I'm like, Joe, who are you trying to like? Who are you trying to impress right now? Like, is it me? Like, is it Rosanelle? Like, who is it Emmanuela? Like, who is it you trying to like?
An enemy
He's
has
like,
been
what?
slain.
What? You think I'm a pussy, right? You think I'm a pussy? Can we just cut this shit? Right? And then he's like, all right, you're gonna see. Okay,
Like,
man.
you should have been like, bro, I believe you, just please don't. Like,
Like
hurt his ego, bro.
I should have. I totally should have. I was just dumb. I was just dumb at the time, right?
You should have been like,
But
bro,
I
I just don't
totally
want you to
should
get into trouble and
Yeah.
shit. Like, I believe you.
Yeah, she definitely should have said some shit like that.
Okay,
I did not handle it properly.
Well, unless he was a bitch historically, then I guess he'd be lying. But like, it sounds like he was like about it. He was just gonna get beat up.
Nah, he's a huge
Not
bitch.
as weak as you look.
Yeah,
Oh, never
man.
mind. Okay, fair enough then.
Wait.
I just, that's why I'm like, bro, just like stop playing. I feel like I could have definitely played it like better, but I was like, dog, like come on, dude, like this is stupid. Who are you trying to question now? Right? But what is it called? So he decides to fight this kid. So we go downstairs, and like now somehow everyone knows about this from like both schools. So like a
He
horde
probably
of
told
kids,
all of them, bro.
right? A horde of kids are going down the block. Yeah, I mean, at least at least fucking 100 kids, dude. There were so many fucking kids, right? So they end up fighting. Now, I think Joe could have won because he got the first shot, but after that, like, Brandon got really upset, right? And then Joe got scared, and then Brandon just, like, tackled him.
Got a little too cocky, huh?
He just got on top of him, and then he just started punching him in his face. And then like fucking he got up, and then before Joe could get up, he just kicked him in the head.
No!
now
Oh
Joe-
my god!
It's bad. It's bad. And now Joe's like bleeding and shit. Yeah, I mean, then Emanuela, Joe's ex-girlfriend, who like left him for this guy, is like begging Brandon to not kill Joe.
Your middle tower is under attack.
God,
Begging
bro.
Brandon to not kill him, son. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is exactly what I knew was going to happen. And like, this is, yeah, I mean, so,
Your middle tower
Robert decides. Okay, Robert is like a friend of Joe's. He decided to take
Okay, you're not
Joe
as
to the
weak as you
hospital or
look.
whatever.
look.
Enemies have returned to base.
I had to go home.
How am I supposed to do this?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Take him to the hospital? Damn, get fucked, bro.
On my way. I'll gank.
he had like he didn't like yeah. I don't think it's that serious. But I
Enemy
guess he was
spotted.
going. But I guess he wanted to take him to the hospital.
Just to
or
be
whatever.
sure.
All I do.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't that bad. He didn't go with that bad, but yeah. So because of this, like Emanuela gets like a bunch of heat. Like people are calling her like a whore and shit like that. And she's getting all this fucking crazy heat at school. And then, like everybody hates her. They create hate pages on Facebook and to harass her.
Oh no, they created entire bitches.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Cancel
it was
that.
actually really bad. In real life, she didn't fucking do anything. She just broke up with Joe. And then Joe wanted to be Mr. Man and like fight her boyfriend and picked a fight with her boyfriend. And he got his ass whooped. And now she's like public enemy number one. I mean, like looking back on it, she didn't do shit. But
Popular? Like, how this shit happen?
Goodbye.
what happened?
Goodbye.
Was Joe popular or something? Like, why'd everyone just assume like some shit?
Because Emanuela was popular. She was notorious for getting around or whatever the fuck, right?
Oh, so they just figured. Okay, I see.
And so they just figured, right? And Joe was like some loser nerd, so they just like, you know, they just felt bad for him and shit. They just assumed he got played. Yeah, I mean, when he gets beat up by her bigger hood boyfriend. Yeah, I mean, like poor Joseph. But yeah, that happens. So Joe ends up transferring schools out of shame. And this is when we were 15. It's the second year of high school this happens. Now, I don't see Joseph again until I'm like, I think I'm like 19 right now. Like, 19 turning 20. Like when I run into Joe again, right? Or maybe I'm 19, 20, around there, right? So, I'm walking down the street in Park Slope with my friend Ron. Right?
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Now, it's been about 4-ish years since I've seen Joe.
You're not as weak as
Right.
you look.
Now, lo and behold, I see fucking Joe. Like he's like crossing the street, we call him. Right? So he comes over. Now, like, oh my god, Joe, what's up, bro? It's been like fucking forever. How are you doing, dude? Yeah, I mean, blah, 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 blah. And I shit you not. The nigga says to me, who are you? I'm like, what do you mean, who am I? Joe, like, there's literally 0% chance that you don't fucking recognize me. You didn't exactly have too many friends.
You're not as weak as you look.
Yeah, I mean, and then he's like, I don't remember you.
Enemy missing.
Right? I'm like, Joe, seriously. And he's like, no, really. My mom took me down to a research center in Florida where they brainwashed me. So my mind was actually wiped, and I don't remember anything from, I think it was after my second year of high school. So, I mean, so like, if it's like anything from before then, I kind of just don't remember you. So like, we probably didn't, like, maybe you didn't, maybe you do know me, like, you know, but I just don't, I don't remember it. Like, I wasn't,
He's
like,
capping.
you know, like, I'm like, Joe, are you fucking kidding me right now?
No.
Yeah, I mean, because like no, seriously. I mean, like, you obviously know me. You knew my name, but you know, so I'm not saying like you're a liar or anything, but like, you know, my mind was like, I got like, so long story short, I got a little rude with him, and then I'm just like, you know what, fuck you, dude, and then we just like kept it pushing. Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead and double
But,
that paycheck.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Mikey, imagine someone hating you so much
So
that they
much
like
for laying
I
low.
pretend they literally don't know you.
I told him, dude,
What if he did get
if you
brainwashed
don't,
though?
I told him, dude,
So
if
weird,
you
wasn't
want
it?
to hang, I told him, dude, if you don't want to hang out with me, that's totally fine. I mean, like, half the reason I hung out with you, especially in our second year, was because, like, fucking Charity, dude, you were a huge fucking loser, bro. You know what I mean? And we were friends in freshman year, so I still fucked with you or whatever. Yeah, I mean, but, like, I was on some different shit my second year, bro, and you were still a huge fucking loser, so, like, yeah, I mean, and then, like, looking at the nigga, like, you're still a huge fucking loser now, bro, so, like, trust me, I'm not really feeling to be friends with you.
I don't need this shit.
But, like, you could just say so. That's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, but, like, you don't have to act like I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I mean, like, embarrass yourself in the process. Like, this is just cringe, bro. Like, why are you doing this?
You're mean, bro. Why'd you do this?
Or, like, what if he was actually, like, brainwashed, though?
Nah, he's just being a fucking loser, bro.
Yeah.
But what if, Mike?
What if?
Well, put it like this. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to live with that, okay? Because there's no way I'm gonna believe it.
I mean, you
What
have
if, like, it
terrible
gets
memory, but
proven
there's no way
independently,
that
bro?
bad.
Okay, if it gets proven like that, then I would literally apologize to him. If you could, like, literally prove that happened, I would, like, apologize.
What if he says he's gonna remember the conversation? What are you gonna do then?
Okay, this nigga's a memester, okay? He's like, yeah, I'm done with it. Fuck yeah. There's a meme.
That's high key soulless. He said I was brainwashed.
Retreat!
Like, you were really like that, like, dude, if you didn't want to, like, what kind of dumbass are you? Like, if you didn't want to talk to me, bro, you could have just said, yeah, bro, I don't really, like, I like, no cap, like, we used to be friends in high school, but I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, alright, then, bro. Yeah, have a say what? Well, actually, nah, if he was, like, rude like that to me, I'd have probably, like, popped off. I would have probably I would have probably not taken that well.
Yeah, if he was honest, it was just like,
If he was honest about it,
he was like, yeah, man, like, that shit was really uncomfortable for me, and, like, I probably just thought out because it made me feel like, I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Alright, yeah, bro. Like, this is like, yeah, I'm just not really trying to associate with, like, anybody I used to know, blah, 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 for this, like, alright, that's fine, bro. You could have, like, definitely said that. Like, it's A-okay, bro. I literally, I just wanted to say hello because I haven't seen you in years. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that was really cringe.
This man really met Shinzo from My Hero Academia.
Eren Yeager, Founding Titan. Manipulating everyone. The fuck is
Okay. Goodbye.
I don't know. I would have bought it. I would have bought the story.
Return to
Not
base.
as weak as you
Would
look.
you unironically have bought that shit?
Unironically, yeah. I mean,
You
I don't
knew
know.
it wasn't
No,
gonna
you would
last
not
forever.
have. Shut the fuck
It's
up.
like, what
you
if this is
wouldn't
what if this is like some
have.
plot?
You would
What if
not
this is
have
some
believed
plot?
that.
No. Because what if
You would not
what
have believed
if
that,
we're in the
bro.
universe where it actually happened, and because you didn't believe him, some shit goes down and you get brainwashed too.
Oh my
You're fucking
god.
funny.
No way. Please, you would not believe it. You say this. You
I
say
would.
this.
I would.
But
How many
no part of
shows?
me-
How many
no
shows do
part
we
of me
watch
believes-
where this shit? This
No part of
exact
me
thing
believes
has
that
happened?
you would believe that if, like,
How?
you met somebody that you knew. Okay, but bro. Okay. Say you met somebody that
Yeah.
you knew back in freshman year of high school, like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and they told you, yeah, bro, I don't know, like, my brain got wiped, dog. I don't know, like, my brain was washed. Yeah,
Oh
I
man,
mean,
crazy. How did that
Mind
fucking
blown.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. It got wiped.
I was Genjutsu
Mind
like 3 years ago, dude. I don't remember anything. Yeah, I mean, you would believe that?
Yeah, it was.
Well, hey, man, you're built different.
Cause like, you know what I mean? Crazy stuff happens in the world. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Why the fuck?
Well,
Motherfuckers listen to Lil Uzi Vert, but won't go save their little boy at school from the kid with a
An
Uzi
ally has
running
been
around
slain.
killing all the kids doing their
Kills
vertical
means 2
jump
rewards.
test in gym class.
So much
Oh
for
my
laying
God.
low.
Maybe we just stop. Jesus, fucking bangers.
Motherfuckers be playing COD but can't talk to their parents. You should call your father and tell him you love him, but of course you can't because your duty is playing games.
Completed.
Modern Warfare.
all right, buddy.
And complete.
Relax. Anyway, you mean to tell me after all
Guys,
the
we
media,
are literally in a global pandemic right now. Let's make
after
these
all
parties global.
the
Picking
media
up with a pan
that we
with the Dems
consume,
right now.
that when someone just shows up and like, man, my brain's been washed. You're not gonna believe them? Like, come on, man.
Save yourself.
It's crazy out here.
That's all his shit.
I should have.
What about you, Furman? Would you believe it?
No, I'd be very. Well, I mean, I wouldn't care. I'd pretend like I don't know them at that point either.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Well, I have a bad memory. You know how many people come up to me and I'm all like, oh my god, I know you. And they're all like, wait, I don't know you. I don't remember you. My brain got washed. I'll be like, oh, I don't think I actually know you. Because I can misidentify people. That's what I mean.
Like, for real though. What if it's like some plot? So, like, what if it's like the start of like your own anime? You on your own anime right now. Boom.
Oh my god, I'm not the main character.
Bro, I should have beat that nigga up for saying that dumb shit to me.
Bruh, but it's not dumb because it's true.
Why do we have empty box? What the fuck?
It's unbelievable.
It ain't dumb because it's true, dog. Like, why would he say, why would he lie to you? Why would he lie to you?
Because he thinks he's the main character.
Yeah, why would he lie to you, though?
Character of my anime.
Why the fuck do we have, what the fuck?
I'm the main character of the anime. That is my life.
You know,
Playing around with this shit no more. Shit. Fucking stupid.
They can't handle us. Return to
My baby, were you waiting for me? You, oh, zoom zoom. You go zoom zoom.
Return to base. We go.
Motherfuckers really be worried to take the COVID-19 vaccine but still eat celery. Like, bro, code Davido B19, or is he just on vacation watching a movie in the cinema celebrating his victory?
Oh my god, this is just stop. This is ridiculous. That was the worst one by far.
I don't even know what that last one meant. Cinecell.
No, he's not the kind for smoke.
Oh, vaccine. No, I'm dumb.
I hope it doesn't make me do all those monsters again.
That's too bad.
Okay.
It won't.
Bro, people want to go on a vaccine, but don't want to be seen when a vacuum.
Your right tower.
Motherfuckers be listening to Gunna, but when their mom tell them to gun it home when it's dark, they be like, nah, bro, get your goofy ass out of here.
That was kind of funny. Yeah.
Are you reading from like some sort of?
Yeah, I'm reading I'm reading the worst attempted banger tweets part 20 TikTok series.
Part 20? Oh no.
Bitches who don't use condoms be like, when is whole lot of red dropping? We asking when your whole lot of red dropping. Okay, that was actually funny. Motherfuckers be washing dishes but won't turn on the AC like, bro, you got a dentist appointment. I don't even know what that means.
Wait, say it again? Just dissect this.
Motherfuckers be washing dishes but won't turn on their AC like, bro, you got a dentist appointment.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a music reference.
We'll have our revenge.
Motherfucker class is still like dogs. Motherfucker, you worried about the wrong phone.
This should hurt.
Fuck! No, damn it! Don't curse my face.
They can't handle us. Enemy ultimate incoming.
Bitches be unemployed with kids listening to The Box by Roddy Rich. Bitch, you are already being a Nimrod, letting society put you in a box. Think outside the box and work a job that you enjoy and can get rich off of. Don't be another product of society. Be there for your kids. Holy fuck.
Society, be there for your kids.
Mikey.
Yeah.
I think these are intentionally bad, but like they're low-key skillful at how cringe they are, bro.
Skillful at how cringe they are.
Silence.
Bro, everybody want to play Mortal Kombat, but can't combat their mortality.
Ward middle, I'm on it. I'll leave it.
I see, I see. Speechless.
Is that Infamous?
Yes, Infamous.
Infamous, you're massive, bro.
Oh my god.
Infamous. Okay.
On my way.
Don't take offense, I was taking a shit. What's up?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask my question no more.
You're like Daniel from Cobra.
Are you guys not like worried about getting red eye and shit?
Say red eye? What?
Yeah, like y'all or pink eye, my bad.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, you're actually more. Why isn't it called red eye?
Slain an enemy.
I don't know how clean your bathroom is either.
I don't either.
Been slain.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, I'm joking.
I don't know if you clean it.
They can't hit
And I'm
our
sorry,
Yes, we
but
fucking
my
clean it.
brothers don't know how to clean. Okay. I'ma trust you because you're my friend. But that's still grody.
An enemy has been slain.
Y'all are in a different part of the planet. Why do y'all care?
Fight for us.
Because we want to know if our friend washes his ass.
Yes, I washed my ass.
Are you sure?
I used toilet paper and then cleaned it.
So much for
I don't need.
Wait, did you just say you use toilet paper to wash your ass? What are you talking about?
Wait, are you talking about wiping my ass?
Yo, this game is for dirty. This just sounded rightful.
I'm so confused. Do you mean wiping my ass?
Nah, bro. Nah, you heard that?
I'm so confused on why even. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. I'm so confused. I was just taking a shit, bro. Just leave me be, bro.
In 4K, bro. In 4K, man. Damn. High resolution. Curved
Yo,
TV, VR.
that's
Damn, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't do this.
Yeah, so you
Mikey,
don't.
did they expose themselves or what?